We're back at Investor Town Hall's headquarters in San Diego, California. I'm your host, Daniel Wong. On today's program, we are welcoming back David Drake from LDJ Capital. He is coming to us all the way from Brussels, and wanted to catch up with him here and kind of get his weekly update about the cryptocurrency markets. David, thanks so much for taking the time with us today.
Daniel, thanks for having me again. A little noisy here at the main square in Brussels, but it's a beautiful day. Thanks for being on there again.
Hey, that's okay. It's just good to catch up with you, and it's also kind of fun to do an interview with you in Brussels. Why don't you tell us, what you're doing there, and we'll start jumping into the crypto markets here very soon.
Well, 6 years ago, I was here to work with the European Union and the U.S. bilateral talks about creating opportunities and growth for small businesses. Today, I'm back here to meet with investors and also talk to regulators about what's happening in the European Union and cryptocurrencies. So I'm trying to think, Daniel, that like in the U.S. and here, instead of being reactive to what the SEC is telling us what to do, or rather not what we're supposed to be doing, we could go back and lobby Congress, the Senate, the House of Representatives, European Parliament, both here in the U.S., and we can dictate to them by lobbying to tell them what we want them to do in this space. We did this in the Jobs Act in 2011 and 2012, and I'm realizing that we're pretty reactive in this space. It might be time for us to be proactively going out there to tell the regulators, hey, we are the people, and this is what we want you to do. What do you think about that, Daniel?
Well, I think that's what I'm talking about. The whole point of this is for us to be decentralized, for us to not be in so much control by other parties here, and allow us to really kind of dictate what happens there. So I think completely, 100%.
Well, look, Daniel, I'm going to ask everybody to reach out to me on LinkedIn, David Drake at LinkedIn, and then we're going to start, putting together grassroots movements. We're going to maybe hire somebody in D.C. We're going to go out there and start pitching the different factions in D.C. to make this something we can vote on. I mean, literally, Daniel, just a week ago, Trump signed a new policy which now allows microcap companies, they're public, and as long as they're reporting less than $75 million in their market share, they're now allowed to use an archaic old law from 1936 called Reg A. But that means that they can go to non-accredited people, not wealthy people, normal people in the U.S., and raise money privately from them, which they couldn't do before. The law wouldn't let them. So things are changing. It's just the mass market doesn't know, and they might not know the history we had of changing the law. If we get together, we can influence people and people down in D.C. and make these changes. So you know what? Maybe this show will let people reach out to us, and we can start this grassroots movement to take charge of what it should look like.
Well, hey, folks, it looks like we lost David there for just a little bit, but I think let's see if we can get him back on the line here real quick. Let's see if we got David back on. David, you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Yeah. So go ahead. We just lost you a little bit there, but you're back with us.
And that's an assess. We should start grassrooting and lobbying DC to get crypto where we want it to be, as opposed to being reactive and waiting.
I agree with you. And I think that, as long as someone's there to lead the movement there, you're obviously out there. You're always a big proponent of that. And I think that was a great point you brought up about the microcap markets. I mean, we both come from that space, and, having people not be able to, actually be able to invest in kind of that space. Well, hey, it looks like we lost David. It's all right. We like to at least get some of those nuggets from David and some of the wisdom there. But we'll catch back up with him. He's going to be traveling. He's in Brussels right now. He'll be traveling around, but we'll try to catch back up with him later. But folks, really appreciate you tuning in with us here. Catch our next YouTube interviews here at InvestorTownHall.com. Go to our Investor Town Hall show on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook, and catch the next interviews next time. Thanks so much. Stay tuned for the next interviews here on InvestorTownHall.com.